probably done research in the past. You definitely have for whatever types of classes. So now this is going to be a type of business researching that isn't all that unfamiliar. It's called head research, and what we also like to call it is landscaping. So just like landscaping a garden, you're going to have to landscape the environment that you're in, and you're going to be using these tools that we're going to go over right now. So where it fits into the problem-solving regimen that we already highly recommend is part of the first step. So it's part of the assessing the situation step. Again, getting your bearings on the landscape. There are 4 steps in this process. So the first one is to answer what is known, what is not yet known. So this can be from pre-existing knowledge, and it really helps to get together with people, whether they live near you or whether they live a little bit further. So for the Kroger project, it helped to have 2 Cincinnati people, but also 1 international student and 1 student who had never really been into a Kroger until Oxford. And then what is not yet known, that's kind of like all of the questions that you want to have answered by the end of the project, or maybe some hypotheses that you want to figure out. Next, you can move on to online research. Online research is probably what you've already done before, so that's going on basically to any search engine or any website that you can place your trust in. I listed a few below that I always go to, and just find things that are probably in a little bit easier formats to read. Next, you're going to go on to scholarly articles, so this is probably going to be dealing with databases and things that are a little bit higher level, kind of like science reports or science journals. And again, because of Miami's great resources, we have the website from the library to look at certain databases that we only have access to, but there are also other options for scholarly articles. If you want to type in scholarly articles after you type in what you're searching for, it'll give you a pretty good arrangement as well. And the last step is expert interviews. So what that means is that you're going to go to people who have a little bit more expertise, a little bit more knowledge on the topic that you're researching. So just because they might be a store manager at a different type of industry, we could still interview people at any retail outlet instead of only Kroger, because they still have the type of expertise that we're looking for. So it kind of depends on what questions you want to ask and what you're really trying to figure out. So you need to figure out what you're trying to figure out before you go into those expert interviews. Otherwise, it would just be quality conversation, which is always good, but you really gotta use your time wisely with those experts.